Hi, I'm Phil Moulton. Welcome to Snowmobiler Television. On today's show, I'm here in Whitecourt, Alberta. There's a lot happening on today's show. We've got the world's longest snowmobile parade, freestyle, vintage. We've got everything on today's show. You're going to love it.
STV is sponsored by Yamaha, revs your heart. Kimpex, fueled by fun. And by Skidoo, never stop pushing.
Before we join the world's snowmobile invasion, let's head to the other side of the country with the dramatic conclusion of the Cane's Quest Snowmobile Endurance Race. It was a blistering pace that yelled out, "No guts, no glory." The throttles were squeezed so hard, even the gear had a hard time hanging on as the boys could taste the victory just ahead and made sure they were going to be first across the line. It was Team 73 that held it to the bar to ensure their first place finish and the bragging rights as being crowned the 2014 Cane's Quest champions in front of their hometown fans in Labrador City. Regardless of how tired he got or tough things got, after many attempts, Jason knew it would take some strategy to get the job done.
It was the morning before last. It was about, I guess, 5:30, just breaking day. It was 5:36 in the morning, just breaking daylight. And Kirk was dragging his ass, just moseying along out front. And I looked at Kevin. I just have to have one of those 5-hour energy drinks. And I looked at Kevin and I nodded, and we hit the throttle. So 17 decided he was going to chase us for a while, but he backed off. I guess he felt that he was too tired to run quickly, so he backed off. And I kept on the juice all the way to Goose Bay, and I think I picked up in an hour. I used to actually just fall asleep intentionally on Skidoo, and when you hit the head would hit the handlebars, you wake back up. But I used to just close my eyes, let myself drift off, because when we're driving at 30k, you're so tired, you can't drive any faster than that.
For his partner Kevin, he was happy to ride behind Jason and let him guide the show, even when the lead teams were finding tough terrain.
Excellent, can't ask for no better. You know, when he goes in somewhere, you don't know where he's going to come out. He's sort of like a weasel, but you know you're coming home. He made a move yesterday when we found out there's guys in the slab and stuff. He rerouted us. We went way north compared to everyone else. And when we came down around, we pulled up to the road to his father-in-law to get fuel. That's when he found out we were in first. So then we started booking it, whatever we could do.
Constantly monitoring the computer had its impact near the finish when Team 73 got stuck and their tracking icon stopped moving.
I wanted to cry actually, but I kind of kept myself together, especially for my kids, because when they seen their dad stuck, they kind of got upset and saying, well, Dad's not going to get it this year. But finally, after a while and a few phone calls and stuff, we started to see them moving again, and the kids got all excited again, so that just made it for me. I was just thinking how excited Jason and Kevin were, because Jason just wanted this for the last 6 years, and finally he did it.
Demonstrating the bond and respect that is formed within the Cane's Quest competitors trying to survive the challenge, after an incredible gesture of sportsmanship, Team 77, the Backcountry Ravens, Roland Barth and Jason King from Happy Valley, Goose Bay, crossed the finish line 23 minutes behind the winners to take second place.
We're pretty ecstatic, I guess. I'd like to thank all of the people who supported us. It's a huge team. You know, it's like two of us on the snowmobiles, but it's a huge team. All of our support, all of our family, all of our sponsors. You know, it takes a big group of people to make that come together.
Never Say Die was Team 7, Hastings and Price from Ontario, who fought through their adversity and climbed up from 5th spot in Churchill Falls, making a major push just before Checkpoint Esker to pass Team 59 and hold on to 3rd place at the finish line.
I can't believe it. I thought we were going to be 9 coming in here today in the dark. here we are in third.
I knew first wasn't probably going to be possible, and second there was probably lots of competition for that. But I sort of set my sights on third, being as far back as we were and the amount of repairs that we had to do, and we pulled it off. Oh, I don't know how the outcome was. I'm assuming Jason won?
Yes.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Group of sevens.
He had stiff competition right behind him, I'm sure.
Fourth place went to Team 59 from Maine, Joey Agnatok and Sydney Dicker, who stuck to their plan all the way across Labrador and were always a threat as they held a top 5 position throughout the majority of this race. In fifth place was the Couchouac Wolfpack, Team 38, Edward Watkins and Simone Berthier, who finished just over 4 hours off the pace. Team 8, Northern Lights Racing, Brad Coles and Sheldon Wiseman finished in 6th position. It was Lab City's Team 17, Shannon Strangemore and Dave Dumaresque, who rolled into 7th place, while Team 99, Randy Malik and Sebastian Rich, truly were the great ones pushing hard on the Scannick wide tracks to fill the 8th and final spot of teams who survived the 2014 Canes Quest Challenge. After over 3,600 kilometers raced in a week's time in the harshest of conditions, first place scored a $50,000 payout, while second and third spots earned $30,000 and $20,000 respectively. But congratulations must go out to all competitors who signed on and gave it a spin, as this Canes Quest race lived up to its reputation and perhaps even exceeded it this year. One of the highlights for the World Snowmobile Invasion is going to be this parade of sleds to break the world record for a continuous convoy of snowmobiles. They've been at it since early this morning. They've been here all day. We've watched the first vintage sleds arriving, and they're here now, and the crowd is just getting bigger. The sleds are lined up out to the road, coming through the bush. It's absolute mayhem. Let's check in on the action. The rally is just about to start. Lots of snowmobilers coming in, and we've got the mayor to talk about what's going on and how important this is to the town. So, what's it like, this event in your town?
This is an event that we've been building up to for 2 years. It's a fantastic 5-day community event that we're so happy to share with Alberta, with Canada, and with the world. The number of sledders that have come in, it's absolutely incredible to see the out-of-province plates that are in our community, and the number of sleds rolling in behind us is overwhelming. Love it.
The response is incredible. Everybody's here from everywhere. It's just incredible, isn't it?
Absolutely, and everybody's got a smile on their face. They're so happy to be participating. We are looking forward to breaking the Guinness World Book of Records tonight, and very, very proud of that.
This means a lot to your town?
It does. From an economic perspective, over the next 5 days, they anticipate close to 10,000 people coming through our community. So for all of our businesses, our retailers, hotels, restaurants, this is fantastic.
There are literally hundreds of sleds and hundreds of sledders here tonight, and we actually ran into Levi LaValle. Levi, your thoughts on tonight?
Oh, this is amazing, just to see this many snowmobiles all in one place going for a record. It's pretty phenomenal, and I'm just excited to be a part of it.
There's a lot of sleds here, a lot of old vintage and some 90s stuff in that. Your thoughts on when you walk around the aisles here?
It's awesome. I grew up riding in the 90s, so anything from 90 on was all my style. So going through and seeing all the old indies and things like that is awesome to see. And then there's so many sleds that are even older than that. So it's really neat to see the older sleds coming out all the way up to the brand new stuff. So it's a pretty cool event to be at.
Now, I did see an old Polaris, I believe it was a 1973 TX340. Any chance you'll be taking that one off the ramp this weekend?
I don't know if they would want me to take it off the ramp. They probably want to hang on to that one. But, it's we're going to be jumping our new race sleds and whatnot. And they handle the jump a little bit better than the older one. But I'm sure that Polaris, it would probably make it if I tried.
It's absolutely incredible. While hundreds of sledders have come in, there's still hundreds of sledders on their way out. We're back inside. The new record has been set. How's it feel?
Feels great, Phil. Pretty exciting to be part of it, and
It's exciting to be part of the Alberta Snowmobile Association and have members from not only our club but other clubs in our area to come out, and clubs across the province actually. We have people from Japan here, for crying out loud, helping us set this record. Michigan, Minnesota, Idaho, Montana, people I talked to out there from British Columbia, all over the place. So pretty exciting. Not only Whitecourt people obviously, but it just feels great to sort of get this sport kick-started again in a sense. It's been a few years. We had some bad snow for years, and now here we go. And so we have a lot of snow in different parts of North America for the past year or two, and here we go. The excitement's back.
A great night all around.
Great night all around. We're just getting started.
It may look like I'm in the backwoods of Sweden, but I'm actually still here in Alberta. The World Snowmobile Invasion continues, with snowmobilers traveling many countries without actually going that far from Whitecourt, Alberta.
What we wanted to do is pick some countries, and we kind of randomly picked 6 that we thought were some of the top snowmobile countries in the world. We do have 4 countries that belong to the International Snowmobile Confederation. And so we chose those countries as well as Japan. And the reason why we chose Japan is because we are a sister city. Whitecourt, Alberta is sister city to Yubetsu in Japan. So that was how the concept of Japan came along.
We've got great representation here. We've got people from all over the world. Of course, this is the World Snowmobile Invasion. So each snowmobiling nation is represented, and of course Japan is a snowmobiling nation. In northern Japan, the Hokkaido region, we've got 2 guests that have come from Japan who are enthusiasts. They've come a husband and wife here, and we've supplied them a machine to ride for the course of the weekend. Worked with the embassy to get them here, and we've also got some of our corporate officials, executives that have come from Yamaha Japan as well. So we've got a fairly large contingent here, and it's a great opportunity and way for us to all experience snowmobiling in general.
This is the World Invasion here in Whitecourt, Alberta, because the world is here. We've got a couple that have traveled all the way from Japan, and through a translator, we're going to find out their thoughts on snowmobiling here and also back home. So the first question would be, what is snowmobiling like to somebody in Japan?
日本の北海道から来ました。それでここホワイトコートと同じぐらいのところです。で、畑とか山とか行って遊んでいます。
Okay, they come from the Hokkaido island of Japan, and actually the snow condition is very similar. So the people ride on the bush, on the off-road, and sometimes in the mountain.
And what do they think of snowmobiling here in Whitecourt, Alberta, and this event?
こんなに多くのスノーモービルを見たのは初めてなんですが、びっくりしました。素晴らしいことだと思います。
Actually, this is the first time for him to see this much snowmobile in one place. It's great, he said. So he appreciates to invite to this event.
When we return, the World Snowmobile Invasion kicks into high gear with the Octane Addiction Freestyle Show. One of the big highlights here at the World Snowmobile Invasion has been the Freestyle Show. We've been here in the daytime for the practicing. We've also been here at night for the big show. Tyler Johnson, owner of Octane Addictions, is in charge of the freestyle show and loves the help he gets here in Whitecourt.
That's all Dan from the Trailblazers and his crew. Those guys have busted their tail. We showed up here, there was 4 skid steers, 2 front end loaders, and a snowcat to do whatever we needed. We said go, and they were like, get out of our way. It looked like they were building, I don't know what they were building. They were building something neat. It happened here last time we were in Whitecourt. These guys are all like, whatever they can do. They definitely go the extra mile from the hotel to, I mean, I was at the hardware store a minute ago, and the guy throws me the nuts and bolts and says, hey, it's on us. Thanks for coming to town. I mean, that's what this is about, giving back to the community, and that's what this club's about, is giving back to the community, making it work for their town.
During practice, we had a chance to talk with the freestylers.
Freestyle is everything I love. You know, it's jumping. I love jumping snowmobiles. Anything that I can catch air on, that's my cup of tea. And this opportunity came to try freestyle, and I mean, that's all you're doing is catching big air. And the best part is, learning all the tricks, starting off with, your normal little no-footer and all the way up to backflips and stuff. It's really fun, the whole learning process of it. You got to obviously take your time and be safe about it, but as you're doing it, you're like constantly like challenging yourself to try the biggest trick and whatnot, and that's what for me was really fun. Is it was one, the challenge, and two, I'm out there jumping and riding my sled.
Yeah, it was a lot different. I mean, the snowcross background definitely helped, like having the sled control and just kind of having like judgment for the gaps and everything. But yeah, the freestyle, it's definitely a totally different aspect than the racing, just because you gotta. I mean, racing, you want to stay on the sled, and freestyle, you want to do all these crazy things and take it upside down. But I mean, it came pretty quick. Growing up on a sled, just kind of knowing how the sleds react. Like all the tricks came pretty fast, and the flipping thing, pretty much what I did right away. So it went pretty easy.
It really is a dream come true. I mean, a lot of people growing up, they have something that they wish they could be when they grow up. Like, I want to be a spaceman or whatever, and I actually got to go out and do that. I mean, I always wanted to be an athlete of some sort, ride dirt bikes or snowmobiles, and here I am. You come to these events, and I don't care what rider you are and how long you've been doing it. You come here, you go to practice, you're nervous until you hit that jump the first time. And then after that, it's all fun. The show is awesome, and when it's done and over with, it's all smiles. It's a great time.
Behind the scene, Kristen LaValle, Levi's wife, is also heavily involved.
Life on the road is it's pretty fun. I mean, there's not that many people that get to, be a part of what I get to do. We're busy. We've got a race team, so we've got 3 pro riders under Team LaValle, and so we're on the move from Thanksgiving weekend, which in the U.S., which is the last weekend in November, to about mid-March. So we're on the road almost every weekend. When the fans light up and they get to, and they're having a great time and they're out there cheering on, Levi and all the other riders, it's the best part, and that's why they do it.
Also in the show was Regan Sieg, who was going after a record jump on a timber sled.
My main goal was to get my ramp on the other side of where the snowmobiles were jumping, so I achieved my goal. I got farther than the snowmobiles jump on average, and then I aired it out right down to the bottom landing to achieve over 80 feet, and definitely was quite a bit over my goal, so I'm pretty happy. I'm high side of third gear on the gas, definitely faster than I would hit with a motorcycle on wheels to achieve that. Probably somewhere around 70 or 80K, I guess. Oh, they're awesome. I was really planning to want to do this on Friday. We got freezing rain. We were struggling to get the course together. I had no studs in my track, so we had to say for safety reasons that it just wasn't worth it. Had a really good possibility of spinning off the ramp, and I'm just so glad tonight we had an awesome day all day, an awesome night. I can't really say enough. We got so lucky, and then the crowd's fantastic. They definitely gave me some good backup out there and got my heart going.
It was a real pleasure to have taken part in the World Snowmobile Invasion here in Whitecourt. The Trailblazers Club and everyone involved with this event deserve a huge thank you for an amazing showcase of what the sport of snowmobiling is all about. This is one event you do want to attend next time it arrives. The parts and accessories market is a highly competitive one where the 4 snowmobile manufacturers are going head-to-head with other aftermarket companies to make sure you get the product you are looking for.
We've always offered a unique variation of what the OEMs offer. From anywhere in hard parts to our aftermarket clothing line, which offers a diversity in color and style. Kimpex is fairly high tech when it comes to the warehousing world. We offer a state-of-the-art system that basically is all computer operated through conveyor system and a picking system that allows us basically to ship probably the latest in the day for next day delivery. At the end of the day, Kimpex is a distributor but also a manufacturer, and we produce a lot of our own branded goods, and basically that allows us to create brand recognition. But we ultimately want to support our dealers and have our consumers go into the local dealers and purchase CKX, Kimpex, Commander track systems.
In today's world of expected fast delivery times, Kimpex also offers a unique drop ship service.
One of the features we offer our dealers is the drop ship program, which basically allows a dealer to ship product directly to the consumer right from our Kimpex warehouse without it going to the dealer. So essentially direct ship to the end consumer and allows remote locations to get serviced by dealers.
In the ever-changing world of fashion and colors, companies are always looking ahead into the future for what the next market trend will be.
Most of the products are about 2 years in product development. We're currently out on the 2016 national tour, basically presenting the product for next season to our dealers now, so they have time in advance to plan and order in their inventory for next season. So essentially from a development standpoint, we're working on 2017 and 2018 product as far as our clothing line and many other new products that Kimpex has coming out.
STV is sponsored by Ultimax Belts, performance proven, performance driven. Triton Trailers, the difference is in the details. And by CKX, wear your passion.
I've had an absolutely great time here in Whitecourt, Alberta at the World Snowmobile Invasion. The parade of over 1,000 sleds, the freestyle show, the vintage, and just meeting so many snowmobilers out on the trail has just been a really great experience. It's also been a great time hosting the show for you, our viewers, this past winter. And all summer long, you can watch our videos at snowmobilertv.com. Thanks again for watching. Have a great summer. I look forward to seeing you next year here on the snow.